Hi class, I'm giving my presentation today on third-party delivery services and how they've changed not only the restaurant industry but hospitality as a whole, and specifically the customer experience and customer satisfaction in the restaurant industry. So the first thing we'll look at is what are the services. Now most of you probably know there are sites such as DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, Uber Eats. Those are kind of the big ones. There's a lot of other small ones that are more regional specific. However, those are kind of the four core ones that you can find pretty much anywhere. Now these sites work by offering a platform for restaurants to go and upload their menu. So rather than the customer having to go and find each individual restaurant's website or having to call them and find out their menu and ordering from them directly, you just go to this site, figure out where you want to order from, and you can order directly on there without having to contact any individual restaurants. The sites also work by hiring their own delivery drivers. So as far as the restaurants, it cuts down on labor and having to train and bring in new employees that would offer delivery if it was through the restaurant specifically. So the third-party platforms, like I said, like DoorDash and Grubhub, just supply their own drivers, which makes it a little bit easier for the restaurants who maybe can't bring in their own drivers to be able to provide these services for customers. Now, for the impacts on the industry, it is a great way for restaurants to be able to reach new customers who might not have previously wanted to venture out and find new restaurants. I know a lot of people who do have anxiety and things like that don't like to go try new restaurants, especially if they don't know the menu. So this is a great way to reach those customers by offering them a place to look at the menu and even a way to order just from the comfort of their own home. It can be a little nerve-wracking on the individual restaurants, however, because you're putting your reputation at stake by handing the food to just a random delivery driver to take to those customers. You don't know what's happening between the restaurant and the customer's house that could affect the quality of the food. Now, they have grown in popularity, especially due to COVID. People are a little more hesitant to leave their houses, and they really look for those options that can potentially keep them safer and keep them home for longer. Now, obviously, guest experience is one of the absolute most important things in the hospitality industry as a whole, but especially to restaurants, because that word of mouth and those reviews can really affect your business. So like I had said previously, putting your food in the hands of some random delivery driver can be extremely nerve-wracking. So a great way to make sure that your customers know that their experience still matters to you is to just add those special little touches. So for instance, here at my ice cream shop, we make sure that we have a spoon or a straw if it's a milkshake. We add a little candy, just putting a little, sealed for safety sticker, something like that in the bag, on the bag, to make sure that they know that you're still taking the time to make sure that their order is packaged carefully and thoughtfully, and that it still gets to them with all of the quality intact that they would be receiving if they were to experience it in-house in the restaurant. Now, I've included here a little screenshot of my store's specific customer feedback page on our DoorDash merchant portal. So this shows you that customers still have the option. They can go on and rate how their experience was with you. They can add comments such as, oh, it was, packaged great, it was received in a timely manner, and those ratings still do matter. So even though it's not on your specific restaurant's page or on your specific Google page maybe, the ratings on DoorDash, on Grubhub, on Uber Eats, those are very important to maintaining that high level of customer service that your customers know and expect. One important thing to look at when you're deciding as a business whether you want to join a site like DoorDash or Grubhub is whether the financials work out for you and your business. This is something that I think a lot of restaurants have come to terms with recently, especially like I said with COVID, that it is going to be worthwhile for them in the end because they're able to reach those customers that they previously might not have been able to reach. Now most of these sites do start restaurants at around a 30% commission rate, which can be a little high, especially for someone like a small business like mine, and especially because a lot of these sites also charge you additional fees if you'd like to use their products, such as a tablet to receive the orders on, or having individual signs made that help drivers know where to pick up the orders. Luckily, Grubhub is actually one of them that does provide these for the restaurants, which I think is a great feature to help sell that specific service to the restaurant. And then in addition to all of the fees that are charged to the restaurants, it does charge customers a fee to use these sites. Now, most of them do offer like a monthly rate in order to be able to provide those services for either a no cost delivery or a reduced cost on some of the fees if you're within a certain radius from the restaurant, which is a good option to keep your customers happy. So finally, it's important to figure out, why are these services so important? Well, especially in today's day and age, I mean, technology kind of rules everything. People don't necessarily want to go out if they don't have to. They like the idea of being able to order food from the comfort of their house, not have to get up off the couch. And then again, with COVID, I mean, it's no secret that it helped a lot of people stay home, helped them stay safe, and it really helped restaurants. Some of them, it helped even be able to keep them afloat. Some restaurants may not have been able to survive if it wasn't for those delivery orders that they were able to get out. But it's also important to remember that, some people actually can't get out to these restaurants. So you're able to reach a customer base that you normally would not be able to reach. And I think that's so important to just make sure you're keeping your customers happy, because at the end, that's what it's all about.